Was this a sick prank? I said, my voice cracking as the video played behind me, each laugh and gasp from the crowd slicing through me like glass. My hands gripped the podium, knuckles white, as my face burned with humiliation. My name's Emma Caldwell. I'm 40, and as CEO of Novatech, a company I built from a garage startup to a tech industry leader, this stage was meant to be my victory lap. The Novatech Innovation Summit, broadcast to thousands, was my moment to unveil our latest AI breakthrough. Instead, I stood exposed, a deepfake video of me spewing lies, mocking my team, trashing our charity work, insulting clients, playing for all to see. The room spun, but I refused to crumble. Someone wanted to destroy me, and I wasn't going to let them win. This is a story of trust shattered, a fight for truth, and rebuilding what matters most. Stay with me, because if you've ever been blindsided by betrayal, you'll feel every second of this, and the ending will show you what it takes to stand tall when the world wants you to fall. The summit was the pinnacle of my year. Employees, investors, and tech giants filled the auditorium, their anticipation electric as I took the stage. Months of prep, sleepless nights, endless revisions had led to this. I clicked to start my presentation, but the screen flickered. My stomach dropped. Instead of my slides, a video began. It was me, my face, my voice, but the words were vile, cruel, nothing I'd ever say. The audience gasped, then laughed, the sound sharp and mocking. I turned, heart pounding, and forced a smile. Well, that's one way to steal the show, I said, my voice shaky. The crowd's laughter turned biting, and a voice from the back shouted, "Is that really you, Emma?" More chuckles, phones out, recording my nightmare. I steadied myself. "Let me be clear," I said, gripping the podium. "That video is fake. I don't know who's behind it, but we'll find out." The murmurs grew, skeptical, and I felt the weight of every stare as I left the stage. The organizers called a 30-minute break, and I retreated to the green room, collapsing into a chair, legs trembling. My phone buzzed with notifications, headlines, already screaming Novatech CEO in scandal and Emma Caldwell's summit disaster. My assistant, Rachel, burst in, her face pale. "Emma, the press is outside demanding a statement. It's bad." Her voice broke, and I saw fear in her eyes. For me, for Novatech. I nodded, unable to speak, as whispers from the hall seeped through the walls. Fake or not, this is a PR nightmare. Is she done? The words stung, but I straightened, refusing to let them define me. I'd built Novatech from nothing, clawing through a male-dominated industry. This wasn't my end. The next week was a storm. Experts confirmed the video was a deepfake, crafted with chilling precision, but the damage was done. Clients paused contracts, investors asked pointed questions, and employees whispered in break rooms. At a tech conference, I overheard an exec mutter, "Where there's smoke, there's fire." My reputation, built over a decade, was unraveling. I replayed the summit endlessly, searching for the culprit. Two names haunted me: Lucas Grant, CEO of rival firm TechPulse, and Sophie Harper, my ex-co-founder. Lucas had always resented my success, throwing shade at industry events, calling Novatech's rise a fluke. A stunt like this could weaken us, letting him swoop in for our clients. Sophie, though, was personal. We'd started Novatech together, but clashed over its direction. She wanted quick profits. I wanted innovation. She left with a payout and a grudge, and I'd heard she was launching a startup. Was this her revenge? I sat in my apartment, the city skyline dark outside, weighing both. Lucas was bold but sloppy. Would he risk a deep fake when he loved public spats? Sophie was calculating, her silence since our split unnerving. Her tech, Savvy and old access to Novatech's systems made her a real threat. I called Rachel the next morning, needing her sharp mind. "It's either Lucas or Sophie," I said, pacing my office. "Lucas wants market share. Sophie wants me broken." Rachel nodded, thoughtful. "Lucas is too loud for this. He'd brag. Sophie's quieter, more precise. This feels like her." I sighed. No proof, just gut. Lucas gains clients. Sophie gets even. Rachel leaned forward. "What if it's not them? Someone inside Novatech? This took access, Emma." Her words hit hard. An insider? The thought made me sick, but I couldn't rule it out. I tested the waters. "First Lucas," I called, keeping it light. "You've seen the headlines, I'm sure," I said. His voice dripped with mock pity. "Rough week, Emma. That video, ouch. Almost too perfect," I pressed. "Know anything about it? You've got connections." He laughed, sharp. "You think I'd waste my time on you? I don't need fakes to beat you." He hung up, defensive, but not guilty. "Next, Sophie." Her voice was ice when she answered. "Emma Caldwell. What's this about?" "The video," I said. "You've seen it." She chuckled, cold. "Hard to miss." "You've pissed off a lot of people, haven't you?" I pushed. "Including you." "If I wanted you down, I wouldn't hide," she said. "Look closer to home. Enemies like you don't need outsiders." The line went dead, her words echoing. Closer to home. Was she deflecting or hinting at something real? Rachel's theory gnawed at me. An insider meant betrayal on a level I wasn't ready to face. I tasked IT, led by Mark, with digging into our systems. Late nights with Rachel became routine, sifting through logs, emails, anything. One evening she paused, eyes distant. "What if it's not about business? What if it's personal? That video didn't just hurt Novatech. It humiliated you." Her words chilled me. The deepfake's cruelty, mocking my team, my values, felt like a knife twisted to wound. "Who'd hate me that much?" I whispered. Rachel shrugged. "Someone who feels invisible next to you." The idea lingered, heavy. The breakthrough came days later. Mark emailed, "Lead on Deepfake. Meet me in IT." I rushed over, finding him hunched over screens of server logs. "We found remote access to the presentation server during the summit," he said. "From inside Novatech via VPN, masking the user. It came from communications." My heart raced. Communications handled summit materials, slides, videos. "Who?" I asked. Mark hesitated. "The access used credentials from Jenna Miles, a junior associate, but it wasn't her workstation. It was backstage, during your keynote." I frowned. Jenna was new, quiet, not a saboteur. Mark pulled up security footage synced to the login. A figure in a dark jacket swiped an ID at a backstage terminal. The timestamp matched the video's upload. The frame was blurry, but the posture, the walk, it wasn't Jenna. It was Rachel. My chest tightened. Rachel, my right hand, my confidant. The footage looped, each frame a betrayal. I thanked Mark, my voice steady despite the storm inside, and returned to my office. Rachel was there, typing, smiling. "Any news from IT?" she asked, casual. I forced a nod. "Getting closer." Her calm was infuriating, but I held it together. "Good," she said. "They'll pay, right?" "Oh, they will," I replied, my eyes locked on hers. That night alone I wrestled with the truth. Rachel had access, opportunity, and now proof. Why? Jealousy? Ambition? Sophie's words, closer to home, and Rachel's, someone invisible, clicked. Rachel, always in my shadow, had wanted to shine. I planned my move, a public reckoning. Would clear my name and show Novatech's strength. I called Rachel into my office. "We're doing a town hall today," I said. "The deepfake investigation. I want you there as my ally." Her smile was smug. "Of course, Emma, I've got your back." The auditorium filled with employees, their eyes curious, wary. Rachel sat beside me, relaxed, as Mark prepped his laptop. I took the podium, voice firm. "Today, we reveal who tried to sabotage Novatech." Mark walked through the evidence: VPN access, stolen credentials, the backstage login. The room hushed as he showed the footage, Rachel's figure clear. Gasps erupted. "The culprit," Mark said, "is Rachel Bennett." Rachel's facade cracked. She stood, face red. "This is a mistake," she stammered. I stepped forward. "The evidence doesn't lie, Rachel. You uploaded the deepfake. You betrayed me." Her eyes darted, panic setting in. "You've got it wrong." Mark scrolled to the footage again. "Your badge, your fingerprints on the keypad. It's you." The crowd murmured, tension thick. Rachel turned to me, voice shaking. "Emma, you can't believe this. I've been loyal." "Loyal?" I said, voice cutting. "Loyalty isn't thanking my career, risking Novatech for your own gain. Why?" She faltered, then slumped, voice low. "It was you," she whispered. "Always you. Praised, celebrated. I was nothing, just the assistant. I thought, if you fell, I'd matter." The room was silent, her confession raw, heavy. I softened, but held firm. "You could have talked to me, Rachel. Instead, you chose this. It's not just personal, it's criminal." She buried her face in her hands, defeated. I faced the employees. Novatech thrives on trust. When it's broken, there are consequences. I didn't press charges, just fired her. Justice mattered, but closure mattered more. A courtroom wouldn't heal the wound. Her exposure did. The fallout was swift. Headlines screamed, "Novatech betrayal, assistant's deepfake plot unraveled." Rachel's name became synonymous with scandal. Her ambition, her undoing. Employees rallied around me. Investors stabilized, and clients returned. I called Lucas and Sophie, apologizing for my suspicions. Lucas laughed it off. Sophie was curt but civil. Both bridges, if not rebuilt, were mended. Novatech grew stronger. Our AI launch a hit. I leaned on my team, Mark, Jenna, others who'd stood firm. Rachel's betrayal taught me to trust, but verify. Months later, I stood in Novatech's lobby, sunlight streaming through glass walls, employees buzzing with purpose. A young engineer stopped me, grinning. "You're unstoppable, Emma." I smiled, a warmth spreading. Rachel's video was meant to break me, to dim my light. Instead, it forged me. The stage I'd stood on, humiliated, wasn't my end. It was my beginning. Novatech wasn't just my company. It was my fight, my family, my proof that no betrayal could outshine my truth.